President Donald Trump is giving Iran until this Tuesday to have a deal made. In these negotiation talks that's allegedly going on. I don't believe that there's talks actually going on because the United States has been saying that talks with Iran be going good, and Iran is saying that they're not negotiating with the United States. The United States is negotiating with themselves. So both sides, you don't know who to believe in with this war going on with the United States, Israel versus Iran. Now, I would say the United States sent a lot of troops over to the Middle East. Iran originally had a deadline, I think not this past Friday, but the Friday before. Yeah, before. Sorry, guys, I lost train of thought there. But he gave him the deadline until then he extended it by 10 days and stuff like that. So apparently now they got until this Tuesday. He gave them to this Tuesday, this coming up Tuesday, to have a deal made with the United States. Again, I do not believe that's the negotiation deals going on, but there could be something going on. You just can't know. You don't know who to believe in this war because there's been a lot of back and forth, he say she say situation during this war, especially when the war first started and the attack on the all girls elementary school that obviously caused casualties, which makes me think the school was actually in session or they was holding some event at that school. Regardless, the United States said they did not strike the school. I guess when more investigation was going on, it was determined that the United States was behind the attack on the school, and the United States kind of pulled Russia, saying Iran attacked that school because who was killing their protesters. And now with Russia situation, how this kind of reflects on how Russia do, because sometimes Russia, there was a case that Russia attacked a children's hospital in Ukraine. He attacked multiple, actually. President Vladimir Putin in Russia actually attacked multiple, but he probably still doing it regardless. That war's still going on. It was supposed to be in it by the time our president got in office. Before he got in office, and look, it's March 5th, 2026, and we are still dealing with this war in Europe with Russia versus Ukraine. But regardless, Russia used to blame Ukraine for attacking their own hospital and stuff like that. So you kind of see how this is going there. We know President Donald Trump is saying him and Putin, Vladimir Putin, which is the Russian president, is best friends. We cannot believe that one bit because Vladimir Putin is saying no, they're not, and President Trump is saying yes, they are. So regardless, this situation in the Middle East might get way worse as President Donald Trump is giving Iran until this coming up Tuesday to have a deal made, or there will be attacks on their power plants, energy infrastructures, and their bridges and stuff like that. Now, he did do a post, well, it came from his account, either it was on X or it was on True Social. I think it was more True Social, but I'm not going to show that post at all, that article at all, because there was a lot of profanity in that post that came from his account, or he posted. So I'm not going to read that. You guys can go look it up yourself. I think the New York Times have it where I originally saw it, and there also been other sources that actually have it too. But regardless, it was a lot of profanity in there. He did not seem happy and the threats that he gave to Iran. So Iran might be preparing for what we could potentially do is go after their power plants over in Iran. Iran is probably getting ready for that. They're probably asking other allies of theirs to, make sure they have backup and stuff like that. Because we know the United States is kind of mad at NATO for not getting themselves involved with this war to help us out. But regardless, there's been a lot of situations going on with this war. Some saying Iran wasn't even a threat, it was Israel. How true that is, I can't tell you. However, we still gonna have to watch out because NATO ain't really backing us up in this war. I don't blame them because we did start a war with a country that you don't know if they actually was an immediate threat or not. So it's just a lot of stuff going on there. We know just yesterday, well, back on Friday, March 3rd, a U.S. pilot was actually shot down. He ejected out of the fighter jet, but was lost. There was a rescue. I think it was over 24 hours that he was missing. They officially found him yesterday, actually, March 4th, or early morning of March 5th. It's just a lot of stuff going on in the Middle East. And at the same time, or during around that same time, as we sent a helicopter to search for the missing pilot, it was also shot down by Iran too. So regardless, it's a lot of stuff going on in the Middle East. I do expect this to get even worse as we are allegedly, the United States is giving it about another 2 to 3 weeks for this war to go on. And we do know President Donald Trump did say in his address to the nations a few nights ago, back on Wednesday, that he was trying to send Iran back to the Stone Ages. So you don't know how the United States is going to play this role out, but you can't rule out a ground invasion on Iran if we're actually going to do one, because again, there's a lot of he say she say situation in this war with the United States, Israel versus Iran. There's also been attacks on Israel by the Iranians and also by Lebanon. Israel is also fighting Lebanon at the same time. So I mean, it's not really their first rodeo. They was fighting different war fronts at the same time back when I think when Biden was in office. So it's just a lot of stuff going on in the Middle East that you're gonna have to stay vigilant about, especially as we enter into the more of the warmer seasons here in the United States. People gonna start traveling. We know Iran is out to get us, especially because that attack on that girls' school, and we also try to blame their country for it. So with that being said, I just hope you guys just stay vigilant on where you go. You know, try to avoid large crowds. If you do, it's not really important to go to an NFL game, an NBA game, basketball, a baseball game. You know, to a concert, to see your favorite artists and stuff like that. You can see it right at home. There's so many cable channels, so much. YouTube is a thing. You can see anybody can be live streaming and stuff like that. It's not worth it to go see somebody or see a game or something to you, to benefit you or please you. That's what I was trying to say. Please you versus somebody in the crowd that is potential terrorists that is out to get. So it's a large crowd. Even with some small crowds, people will probably go to these small towns and do small events, and regardless, a terrorist attack is a terrorist attack regardless. So no matter how many people, if it's like a large event, if it's a small event, if it's like a huge city, if it's a small town, something like that, and it, like people in a store or something like that, it just don't take. It's not hard at all. Right? These let's say these big cities is on high alerts. Yes, people might know a lot of each other, almost everybody. In these small country towns, as if you live in like small country town, especially down here in the South. However, I live in North Carolina, by the way. However, guys, I'm kind of congested. The weather has been storming today, or this evening into this night. Supposed to continue, by the way. Hopefully that fulfills the drought that we've been having, because we've been under a burn ban here in the state of North Carolina since February 28th, and it is March 5th, 2026. Sunday, March 5th, 2026. So we're not talking about the weather here. Which I will be covering hurricane season as we get closer to hurricane season, by the way, so make sure you stay tuned. I did do a hurricane video, preparedness video, about a few weeks ago, so make sure you guys go check that out. So with that being said, just a lot of stuff going on in the Middle East, and we also seeing it in gas prices here in the United States and globally. We also see it in the economy. These countries is also suffering with how this war is going on in the Middle East. We see like about 2-3 days ago or 4 days ago, maybe 5. Gas prices in the United States was averaging about $4 or slightly above $4. Yesterday I saw the highest where I live in North Carolina was $4.02, and diesel was $6 and 1 cent. So with that being said, it's just again a lot of stuff going on. We don't know how this is going to play out Tuesday. It's gonna be interesting. I still don't believe there's a deal going on, or it could be, but you can't trust which country is actually telling the truth. Is it the United States or is it Iran? It's obviously it's a war going on, so some might be trying to look like the good guys, some might try, just a lot of stuff going on. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm like 8 minutes in, but hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button to be notified each and every time I upload a video. And I will see you guys in the next one if you guys will. It's just, I do not think that this war is going to end anytime soon. It might last all the way up into May. Who knows? Now that's one thing before I get off here. We know the situation that China also been threatening to go after Taiwan. Because China potentially go after Taiwan to get back at the United States for us attacking Iran. Because Russia lashed out on Ukraine. This is a low chance. We'll probably nuke Ukraine or do a massive missile strike on Ukraine. Or could Russia go after any other country in Europe, like Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, France, any other country over there, Germany, just to get back at the United States. It's very possible in the coming years. So I'm not going to say it's going to happen this year. It could happen next year. It could happen in 2028. It could happen in 2029. It could happen in 2030. We just never know what's could happen. Or we could see an attack here on the mainland, because we know a few weeks ago the FBI did warn that allegedly Iran was planning on or thinking about doing. Okay, that's there. Okay. I lost my train of thought there. Oh yeah, drone attacks on the United States, on American soil on the West Coast, particularly California. So we're gonna have to watch out for that. It could be possible that happens, but we know Iran been saying that they're waiting for the United States to invade their country. They basically was saying they have a surprise for us. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button to be notified each and every time your boy upload a new video. And with that being said, you guys just gonna have to stay very vigilant, because this war might get even worse as we get more and more on. I don't think this war gonna be done within 2 to 3 weeks, but it potentially could. The United States might do something drastic to get this war done over with quicker, and prices and stuff can go back down, because we know the situation over there is straight. One of the biggest situations and concerns, especially with the economy, is the Strait of Hormuz is still closed by Iran, and Iran was threatening just a few weeks ago to strike any ships that try to get through the strait. But you can kind of blame the United States because we did start this war with Iran. But regardless, with that being said, it's your boy Ronnie right here.